video, we're going to look at adding decimals. So I want to start with this first one here and notice that it is a negative 4.26 and we're subtracting 31.6. So what I want to do is I want to change that subtraction to an addition. Now, the only way I can change that to addition is if I change the sign of the next number. Now, friends, I'm just circling that negative so I'll remember the change that I made here. Now, we are dealing with two negative numbers and we want to add them together. So we're going to add them and make the answer negative. Now, let me show you how I add decimals. I take a lined piece of paper and I turn it sideways. And then I write my numbers in one column. So I'm going to write the 4.26. And then when you write the 31.6, I want you to make sure that the point is in the same column. So that means I have to write the 31 over here and the 6 over there. Now, the line paper is a great way for you to line up those decimals. So remember, we're going to add these and make the answer negative. So let's add the columns here. 6 plus nothing gives me 6. 2 plus 6 gives me 8. Bring down your decimal there. 4 plus 1 gives me 5. And 3 plus nothing gives me 3. So I'm going to use a 35.86 as my answer. And of course, like we said, we're going to make it negative. But I love this idea of lining up the decimals with that lined piece of paper sideways. Another teacher showed me that trick, so I can't even take credit for it. So let's look at the second one then. This one is the signs are different. Now, the rule of thumb is when the signs are different, we subtract the two numbers and take the sign of the bigger one. So friends, we already know this one's the bigger one. We know our answer is going to be negative. So I'm going to just put a negative there just as a reminder. And then let's come over to our lined paper and do our subtraction. It looks like this is the bigger number. So I'm going to write it again, one number in each column of the paper. And then I'm going to subtract the 42.7, making sure that my point is in the same column as the previous number. And this time we'll subtract here. So 6 minus 0 gives me 6. 8 minus 7 gives me 1. There's your decimal point there. 4 minus 2 is 2. And 5 minus 4 is 1. So we already determined that our answer will be that 12.16, and it's going to be negative here. So we got negative 12.16. But I like this idea of this lined piece of paper. It's a great way to make sure that our decimal points line up and that we have our place values all in the right spot.